Hi friends, it's Suzanne here from sunstampin.com. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. I wanted to welcome you to another Wildcard Wednesday video on my YouTube channel and blog. For today's card, I'm going to be using the Hello Friend stamp set from Stampin' Up. I think it's on page 17 of the catalog. So I have liberally applied my embossing buddy to the shimmery white cardstock here, and I probably cut that out of the video. I don't know why. Excuse me, I had a little brain cloud. So I am embossing with clear embossing powder, and you can't really see anything, so I've sort of skipped through this because you kind of see what I'm doing, but it's just a white card as far as you can see. So now I've taped my shimmery white cardstock to a board, and it has sort of a craft matty on it, and taped it down with this yellow painter's tape. I got this tape at Canadian Tire. It's called frog tape. So the inks that I am using here are Berry Burst and Tempting Turquoise. So you saw what I did there. Initially, I wet the paper, then I scribbled on some ink and then let it sit for a second and then daubed it up with, yes, that's a hair towel. I am a hairstylist, so I have some hair towels around the house. Anyway, so I'm just sort of playing. This is sort of like a mixed media thing. Just adding some ink, daubing it up, using a heat tool to dry in between. Trying to get a good blend between the berry and the tempting turquoise. And I'm using a paintbrush as opposed to an aqua brush, and it's just because I like the control a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with aqua brushes, and you can certainly use an aqua brush for this technique. This, you can see I'm tilting my board up, trying to get some drippage. This is a mixed media technique. The reason why I started wanting to sort of do this card as a transition, you're probably wondering what I'm doing here on Wednesday. Normally, last year I used to do art videos just for myself, and I just don't have any time anymore. They take so long. And I'm not saying that I won't do one in the future, but sort of got my hands busy with my career and doing cards. So it's much quicker for me to actually film a card video. So I'm incorporating some really unique techniques in the Wildcard Wednesday, hence the name. So welcome to the very first Wildcard Wednesday. And of course, this is my transition. This is what I would have on a Wednesday done an art journal piece. And so now I'm sort of taking a little bit of inspiration and making a card with it. So, and you can see what I'm doing here, just adding some color, having some fun. I'm drawing in between colors. And you sort of go back and forth. The shimmery white cardstock really can take quite a bit of abuse. So it's very similar to a watercolor. I have added a little bit of Wink of Stella in some of these. I don't know what that shape is. Is it a lattice? Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'm sort of keeping within those shapes. And adding some Wink of Stella. So now this is Whisper White cardstock stamped in Versamark and black embossing powder. And I don't do this very often because black embossing powder has a tendency to get everywhere. But take your time, use a dry brush, and knock off any spare pieces that you can see. And didn't do too badly, but there was still some strays happening. And I like to heat emboss from behind. I find that I get a better consistency, the powder doesn't knock off, that sort of thing. Okay, so I'm fussy cutting this. This is a lovely sentiment. Hello. And I decided to fussy cut it because we don't have a lot of word dies in Stampin' Up. There's a few of them, but none of them say hello. So that's what I wanted to do. Now I am again back to abusing my fast fuse, and it's just because this piece has been heat embossed and dried 3 or 4 times throughout the process, so I wanted to make sure it really stuck down. I have a piece, I adhered it to a piece of Berry Burst that's 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then the Tempting Turquoise is 5 1/4 by 4. The Whisper White thick card base is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And I'm putting that whole card base together. Now I'm using a new product. Have you seen these? The little mini dimensionals, super fun. So I put them all on the back of that hello, and now I've taken some black thread, and I'm going to attempt to be okay with a messy nest. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I always try to arrange it. And it's supposed to be messy. Anyway, so I put a little bit of fast fuse down there just to tack it in place. And now with my dimensionals on the hello, I'm tacking it in place even further. And then I'm adding some glitter enamel dots. And I always find my paper piercer helps to lift them off the plastic, but I do have a tendency to sort of bend through the plastic there. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf to visit my website, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.